Let's make it a good day.
Oh, great day, beautiful day. Hope yours is going well. Welcome back. It's a special episode shining a light on the fight against breast cancer. Our next guest is not only one of our regulars on the show, she's family. She is also a breast cancer survivor. Give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everybody.
Thanks.
Welcome back, friend.
Thank you.
Missed you.
I know. It's been.
You're
I
off
had a good
traveling.
trip. I was, but it's a good trip.
Can we, before we get to, there's a specific topic in the galaxy of breast cancer we want to talk about in this segment, but briefly, can you, for people, we have a new gang of audience in Detroit, briefly share your own cancer story?
At 42 years old, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. I had had a mammogram 6 months before, and I felt like a weird kind of lump, and my mom had breast cancer, so I got it checked right away. I had surgery, double mastectomy, 35 rounds of radiation. I was in chemotherapy treatment for basically 2 years. And there is just a lot. Like, it's a long process for a lot of people that are more than stage 1 because it just takes a long time to get treatment. But I'm 15 years out, and
Hell yeah, you are.
I think I just said how old I was too. No, I'm thrilled to be A, alive, but B, also here to just help people understand a little bit. 1 in 8 are gonna get breast cancer. So if you think about your book club or your group at work, or even just like in each row, there's about 8 people. So you look around, that means one of you in the group will get cancer, and breast cancer in particular, and think about all the people that you know that have already had it. It's kind of crazy that we don't have a cure for cancer, but that's a topic for another day.
Yeah. That's an episode for a different day.
I mean, we can go to the moon.
This, though, I want to focus on a specific area of this conversation, and there's nobody better to deliver this than you, because you have zero filter and you give zero blanks.
That's
you
true.
Give, you give zero blanks, and that is things to not bring up with cancer fighters, survivors, and thrivers. And so things not to say. Avoid battle language, or you take it away.
No, that's good.
Avoid battle language.
We use words like fight and you got this. And the idea of that, while positive, is also there's winners and losers in a fight, right? And nobody wanted to be in this fight. And frankly, some days you're exhausted. You don't feel like fighting. You don't want to hold up the whole world with your positivity for breast cancer. You just are trying to get through the day. My biggest takeaway from what I'm going to say today is, first of all, say anything. Say something, because the people that show up for you, you will remember, and you'll be surprised who it is that shows up for you. But just remembering, like, one of the things people always say is, oh, there must be breast cancer in your family. Well, yes, there was in my case, but I didn't really know that at the time, and most people don't have it necessarily in their family. Oh, well, you must have the breast cancer gene. No, I don't. I probably have a different gene that we haven't discovered yet. Or like the horror stories of grandma jeans, black breasts that fell off, and you're just like, oh, please, I don't want to hear any of this. I told you,
that's why she's doing it.
It's true, though. People seem to want to tell you the worst case scenario that they or someone they know went through, and you're like, how is that comforting to me right now?
And here's what people are doing, and it's with love that I say this. You are trying to find a way to compartmentalize it so that this can't happen to you. Because nobody wants this. This isn't something that anyone's really looking forward to.
It's a club no one wants to be in.
It isn't. And once you're in that club, believe me, I've had a lot of goodness from having breast cancer, believe it or not. With a lot of perspective, I've changed my entire life in ways that are definitely for the better. That's why I don't give any blanks, because I'm still here to not give them.
Yeah. Next thing to avoid silver lining language.
Yeah.
Avoid silver lining. What does that mean?
Like, a lot of times you hear, well, if you were going to get cancer, breast cancer is the one to get. Well, no, not really. We've got better treatment. We have a lot more that we can do with it. But no cancer is great. It's still cancer. It still changes your life forever. And it still gives you a glimpse at your own mortality that, frankly, no one really wants. So there is no good cancer. Cancer is still cancer.
Bravery language.
Everybody means so well when they're like, you're so brave, I can't believe it. Well, what other choices do you have other than being brave? You don't get to choose whether you get to make choices about your body, but frankly, all the choices are horrible. Like, do you want one breast? Do you want two breasts? Do you want no breasts? Oh, you get new breasts. Well, getting new breasts isn't exactly like plastic surgery that you're getting on The Real Housewives. It means they've hollowed you out, burned you out, and basically what you're left with is some pretty damaged skin that they try to shore up. So none of it is like, oh, I'm just getting a new set of boobs, it's so great. No.
And then, I just... Before the show starts, I put a quarter in her like an Aldi shopping cart, and I just let her go. Yeah. Avoid vague. This is interesting. I know we got to wrap here, but we got to get to this. Avoid vague offers. What do you mean?
Okay. Well, let me know if you need anything. Let me know how I can help. Nope, sorry, I'm just trying to get through the next day. If you really want to help someone, what is your unique skill set? Are you a neighbor? Can you drive their kid to school? Are you a man that lives next to a breast cancer surviving woman? Can you mow her lawn? Not to be sexist, but men should mow the lawn, not ladies. Can you shovel someone's driveway? Can you pick up some groceries? Can you be specific about, like, hey, I'm going to Domino's, can I get you an extra pizza? Whatever it is, be specific about what your skill sets are. And even if you can't do much, just to say, I'm thinking about you. I had a friend that is a friend's husband, and he sent me a card every day for 2 years. And he would just sign his name. But it was a funny card. They were kind of risque sometimes. And every week I knew that he was thinking about me in just the simplest way because he sent me that card.
More with the very demure Stephanie Hansen when we return. Back in a moment, everybody.
Very demure, very classy.
Let's make it a good day.
Welcome back to our special episode. We're glad you're here. Well, chances are you'll find yourself in a position to support a breast cancer survivor at some point in your life. And Hansen's sticking around with her list of what to cook if this is your love language for your friends who are newly diagnosed. Let's get right into this. Something family friendly.
Well, still, women are the one that are predominantly with breast cancer, and we know that women are primarily responsible for preparing a lot of the meals. So if you want to bring food to a breast cancer survivor or someone that's in treatment, what you're really doing is helping to feed their family, right? Because it's just, you're helping them as well. So thinking about dishes that you can make that maybe have separate components, that can be something that can be in the fridge if she's not really feeling it that day, but maybe she's going to be feeling it in the next couple days. Do you want to talk about some specific things?
Go ahead, yay.
So these are all types of recipes that, thinking about just breaking down components, right? So spring roll in a bowl is a good one because you can bring like the veggies, the vermicelli noodle, the chicken, the shrimp, so something that the family can assemble based on their individual tastes. Chili is always good, whether you're making it with meat or just with you can put like, the Crispies on top, the cheese, so that again, it's something that can be set out for the family. Also, those containers that are in that picture are great for freezing. So if they're not feeling it that day, or if they're on a meal train and someone's already come by with lots of food, having freezer food is actually really a lifesaver. Someday I'll tell you the story, or maybe I'll tell you today, I don't know. The last day of my treatment, I had my final radiation, and you ring the bell, and I got home, and I had all these groceries, and I had 2 teenage girls at home, my daughter and my niece, and they were going, what's in the bag? You got that kind of turkey? I don't want. And they were grousing about the groceries. And I started throwing the groceries into the refrigerator. It's turkey! It's ham! And you're gonna like it! And I so realized, I looked at their faces, and I literally just took one bag of groceries and just flipped it upside down in the kitchen, and I said, I am done with cancer treatment, and I am done with you, and I'm going to bed. So I did.
One more. Seems obvious, but something loaded with nutrition.
Yeah, a lot of times when you're in cancer treatment, you're craving carbohydrates. The funny thing is the carbohydrates are the things that are trying to kill you. So if you can like do salad, or you can do lentils, or you can do things with beans, things that have a lot of high nutritional value, but maybe aren't super laborious to prepare. Soup is like my love language. Anytime you can make soup, people always feel good about that. And then also something that they don't have to cook. So like even if it's like a Stouffer's lasagna or a
rotisserie chicken.
Yeah, a rotisserie chicken with some salad bar fixings. Anything you do, I have one friend that literally brought me a pile of leftover fruit from an event. And I was just like, wow, I can prepare this in a smoothie. I really just knew that she cared about me and that she was trying to make me feel better. There's also like services that you can buy, like a whole chicken noodle soup thing with chocolate chip cookies that they'll deliver. Anything you can do, soup in a mason jar is wonderful.
To take the pressure off.
Yeah. People still have to work. People are still, that's the thing, like when you have cancer, your whole life is still happening.
Yeah.
So you have to go to your job. You have to go to your exercise class. You have to do all your stuff, plus have cancer. It's a full-time job alone.
Give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everybody, for all of her recipes. As always, head to stephaniesdish.com and watch new episodes of her cooking show, Taste Buds with Stephanie, on the Fox Local app. Another special guest when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. That was great, Stepharoo.